Vanessa, speaking about Bordeaux blends, it's definitely undeniable to say that Napa Valley is sort of a king in the outside of Bordeaux realm, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we're so known here for Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, absolutely. So we have to talk about.
Absolutely, and having the exact or the textbook vintage, which is 2014, just stands tall against many other vintages, and perfect amount of sunshine and coolness in the middle of the night and whatnot. This is an amazing wine. I first came across the winery and the project. It's by the Grieve family. These guys are amazing people. They used to come to restaurants I worked at all the time and spent some time. I later found out that they were making wine and they started sharing it with me. And it's something I've always been looking forward to. They make small amounts and they don't share it a lot. It usually goes to a number of restaurants, French Laundry included, Morimoto, we had it, a number of places like that, and their club. But talking to them recently and saying, hey, we really need something that fits here. And a wine of this level and richness and beautifulness will shine against the Francs of Bordeaux. So this is the ultimate California blend. There's a little Cabernet Sauvignon, there's a little bit of Cab Franc. I believe Petit Bordeaux is already in there as well.
And that's what's so great about a Bordeaux blend, right? Is you can use a little bit of this, a little bit of that to make the complete wine sort of, better than the individual components.
Exactly. The sum of the parts is what makes a big difference. So they definitely blended this to perfection. Last time I had it, which was a few weeks ago while we were narrowing down the selections, really just captivated me.
Well, and I'm actually really glad that you're opening this as we're filming because this does have a wax top.
Yes.
And I know sometimes I get the question of what do I do? How should I open that? So what would your recommendation be when you encounter this bottle?
So there's two ways to doing it. First of all is what I did is just cut around it. But that takes a little more practice and expertise. Second, actually three ways. The second, you could just chew through it, but your teeth might get damaged. The third one is just go through it and just put the cork, go for it.
That's usually what I do, right through the top of the wax.
Exactly, and it'll naturally come apart at some point. It just depends on aesthetics, but you're gonna really enjoy a bottle of wine like this. Just go through it, no frills, have fun at it, but look at the density and complexity of this. This wine, it definitely jumps out of the glass. There's like fresh violets, like you walk to the farmer's market, this is what it brings me to.
It has a lot of that, exactly, like fresh farmer's market fruit, like black cherries and plums, but I definitely get some really like baking spice notes too from this, sort of accented by the oak.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that smells delicious.
There is a cherry compote component that when my grandma used to make like a cobbler, she would put like the blueberries or cherries and just let it steep there with some spice, clove, anise, all these different things. Vanilla, it just brings out the lushness.
So what I really like about these two wines that are in the club for the Bordeaux blends is if you taste them side by side, I think you can really understand the differences of the two regions and how these varieties express themselves differently in the glass. This has that, as you've said, California sunshine, right? Bottled sunshine. And this has definitely that riper, plusher, tannin character to it versus the Bordeaux, which we thought had sort of a more structured, finer grained, but really beautifully showcasing.
Not a shy wine. I mean, as you can see by the packaging, it has this like flair to it. It has got a little Madagascar vanilla.
Yes.
When it walks into a place, it has a red carpet.
Oh yes, and fans waiting for autographs.
Exactly. This is definitely that kind of wine that brings a lot to the party. And the best way to do it, it's really just invite some friends over, get those ribeyes, don't even worry about it. Buy them 2 hours before, get them out a little bit. Exactly. Salt, pepper, don't be shy on those. Slice them, have a party. If you want to be fancy, throw a little arugula on it, call it a little Fiorentina. And it's a beautiful, beautiful center of the table.
Awesome. So fun to try this with you.
Oh,
it's delicious.
Cheers.
Cheers.